Hello, Ravens fans, and welcome to another edition of the Spotlight Ravens series. I'm Aaron Schneider, the Sports Information Director at Anderson University, and then joining us from the baseball team is Tyler Burton. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Aaron. How are you?
Good. To give a brief introduction, Tyler, he's a sophomore outfielder. Last season, he went 36 for 120, finishing the year with a 300 batting average and a 475 slugging percentage. He racked up 8 doubles, 3 homers, 18 runs, 16 RBIs, and 8 stolen bases. First, to kick things off, what is your major and minor?
My major is criminal justice with a minor in coaching.
Okay. Who is your inspiration and why?
I would definitely say my inspiration has to be my parents. They've always provided a good framework and a good person to look up to, I guess, to make goals. You know, they've showed me how to make goals and how to achieve goals, and I think they've laid a good framework for me to do that in my life.
All right. What is your driving force / motivation?
I would say my motivation is the fact that I just hate losing. Everything I do, I want to be the best at it. It doesn't matter if it's sports or something outside of sports. I just want to be the best at it, and that's what I work for.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that one for sure.
Yep.
What is your favorite aspect about sports and why?
Like I said, just the competition. You know, getting to go out there and I try to be better than myself. Better today than I was yesterday. I don't like to compare myself to others, but I like to try to be better than I was the day before. So.
For sure. What is your favorite non-athletic memory at Anderson?
I would say my favorite non-athletic memory had to have been this year when we went down to play in Florida, and we didn't get to play a single game of baseball, but it was a great 2 days. You know, kind of morale was down, but we got to be down there for 2 days. Just hang with the guys, and I got to hang with a lot of the seniors that I had a feeling then that I wasn't ever going to get to play with again, and now I have seen that come to fruition. So that's probably my favorite non-athletic memory.
What would be your favorite athletic memory then, like on the field then?
I would say my favorite athletic memory, it's kind of weird because I was hurt the first 5 or 6 games this year. I got to come back and play 2 games before we got canceled. But my favorite athletic memory was just being a part of this year's team. We were special. We got out there and we beat 2 or 3 ranked teams in the first 5 or 6 games of our season. And just seeing the guys come together and being a part of it, even just on the bench, cheering the guys on from there was probably the most fun I had as a player here so far.
Okay. And then do you have a favorite memory that you can think of that's aside from like the baseball?
Are you talking athletic or
just on campus in general?
On campus, I'd say probably freshman year, me and my roommate, who was a baseball player, Zach Wagner, and the kid that plays tennis, Dane Houston, we always had a little prank wars going on. You never knew when you come back from the weekend, where your bed's going to be. For instance, we stole each other's beds many a times and hid those. So we had a lot of good times in the dorms.
Okay. What are your favorite hobbies?
So outside of baseball and outside of sports, I like to hunt and I fish a lot. So I do that, and then a little bit of golf. I like to play a little golf. Got a lot to work on there, though.
Okay. What is a little known but amazing fact about yourself?
So for this one, I was having trouble, but when I was 10 years old, I broke my hip playing football. And I was told at the time that I was probably not ever going to be able to play sports again, and that I was probably going to have to wear a big, like, mechanical metal hip brace all my life. But luckily that wasn't necessary. So
yeah, glad that you're. So what was that like in terms of the turnaround?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy because they were telling me that, like I said, I was 10 years old, and they were telling me I was never going to get to do or play any sports, and sports was my life when I was 10 years old. That's all I did. So it was really hard for me to get through that, but it was about a year recovery, and I was able to play football that next season. I missed out on some baseball and stuff, but I was able to get back and and haven't had any problems with it since. So.
All right. Why did you choose Anderson?
I chose Anderson, one, because it's close. I live, 25 minutes from there. And then the coaches, when I got on campus, it was more of they were interested in me as a person before they were interested in me as a player. A lot of the schools I went and visited, they were worried about me as a player right off the bat. And then I came here, and it just felt like more of a family atmosphere to me.
Okay. What is your favorite class at Anderson and why?
So my favorite class so far was probably first semester freshman year. I had introduction to criminal justice, and it just kind of laid a groundwork to what I was going to be, studying over 4 years and learning about. And plus, I got to meet Nick Bland in that class, and that was, one of my best friends so far. So.
Okay. Who is your favorite professor and why?
My favorite professor has to be Neil Freeman. He taught that class. I've had him for 3 or 4 classes already. Got him next semester too. He's super relatable, and I love how he teaches. He teaches from experience rather than just reading definitions out of a book. So he's a super relatable and easy to listen to professor.
Okay. What are your plans after graduation at this point?
Okay, so I want to be a conservation officer here in Indiana. So the process with that would be getting into the hiring pool and going through the ICO training and then the law enforcement training. So that's a pretty long process. It could be up to 2 years. And so I'm going to do that. And if I can't get into that, if they're not hiring right off the bat, I'm going to try to work towards getting into a sheriff's department or, a state trooper position, something like that.
Okay. And then what do you want your lasting legacy to be at Anderson?
So I was thinking about this one. I'd like to be known as somebody that, did things right, carried themselves, in an honorable way on campus, but also had fun and put smiles on people's faces, just a good guy, I guess.
Okay. Going into the next segment of questions, the team superlative type. First, who on the team is best dressed?
I got to say, I've never seen Benny Day wear the same pair of shoes in the same week or month for that matter. So Benny's got to be up there. And then Kyle Hall's always looking good. I've never seen a guy that can just wear sweatpants and just do it like Kyle Hall. So.
Okay. Who on the team is the best dancer?
I think Cole Whitlock. He'll be a sophomore this year, but he's got some moves about him for sure.
Okay. Who on the team has the best sense of humor?
The best sense of humor has to go to the group. Nick Jones, Joe Moran, and Grant Thompson. You get all of us together, and it's a pretty good environment to be around. You're gonna have some fun with that group. So.
Okay. Who on the team is most outgoing?
Definitely MJ. MJ could talk to a wall and have a full conversation with him. So.
Okay. Who on the team is the best trash talker?
I've caught the wrong end of this a time or two playing pickup basketball, but Logan Long has always, he's always got something smart and witty to say for sure.
Okay. Who on the team is the pregame DJ?
Like a lot of the guys said, I don't think we really have one. I think it's just a mixture. We all have our playlist and we put in and we all have an input. So I guess whoever's carrying the speaker around that day in BP, that's who's going to be doing it. So.
Okay. And then do you guys have a go-to pregame song?
I wouldn't say we have one. It's just like I said, it just depends on who's got it that day and what we're feeling, I think. So.
And then of course, do you have a go-to walkout?
I like I have a couple. My favorite one though is Morgan Wallen, Happy Hour. I like the beat that song has. It's country and that's kind of what I like. I like a little country song to get me going.
Okay, and then going into the final segment of questions. First, what is your favorite candy?
Favorite candy is definitely a Snickers. I love Snickers, so that's what I would go with.
Okay. Who is your favorite professional athlete?
My favorite athlete is definitely Mike Trout. He carries himself in a way that's just it's something you look up to. Not to mention he's probably one of the best baseball players we've ever seen. So.
Okay. Who is your favorite band/artist?
So I'm a big country fan. So I like my two have to be Luke Combs and Morgan Wallen right now. And then if I'm going to go old, it's George Strait. So
Okay. Which is your favorite season?
I love fall. I love the weather you get in fall. I like having a little bit of chill, but not too cold. And then in the fall, I get to hunt and I get to watch football, and I still get to work out with baseball stuff. So that's my favorite time.
All right. What is your favorite movie?
Okay, so my favorite movie is A Few Good Men. Uh, that's my best. But a little known about me is that I really enjoy chick flicks. Me and Nick Bland can watch our chick flicks together, and if I had to choose a chick flick, it's The Longest Ride.
All right. What is your outside of baseball? What is your favorite sport?
Yeah, like I mentioned, just anything outside: fishing, hunting, golf. Hunting's probably my number one. I do a lot of stuff around it year round, so that's probably my number one.
Okay. What is your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show is a Netflix series that came out. It's The Ranch. It's got like 8 or 9 seasons, something like that. Ton of episodes. Super funny.
Okay. What is your favorite professional sports team?
I'm a big Cubs fan.
Okay. What is your favorite thing to do outside of your sport?
My favorite thing to do outside of my sports, like I said, it's just being outside. Anything I can do outside, I like to fish, hunt, golf, play a little spike ball, stuff like that. Any sort of cornhole is another big one that I'm a big fan of. So
Okay.
anything outside.
And then finally, what is your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. Just everything that goes into it. I love to eat, obviously, but I like, we got some traditions that we do with my family, my friends. We hunt that morning and we do a lot of stuff like that on Thanksgiving. So it's just a good time to be around family, enjoy some good food.
All right, I think I've got all of my questions. Ravens fans, thank you for tuning in. Tyler, thank you for doing this interview with us.
Thank you.
Be sure to tune in for more Spotlight Ravens series interviews. We'll have another one tomorrow, so we will see you tomorrow.